What's up, guys? It's Max, and this is another AW. Took me a couple of minutes to get in there and actually get into these fights, but this is path number 7. I kind of requested this path just because it's a different path than what I've taken season 24. And for the most part, again, anytime I take a path, the way we're structured, because we're not serious, like really intense, like shooting for masters. We're not trying to organize and say, hey, now Max, you start path 7, take these champions counters, and then jump into path 4 or 3, to do the rest because you have the best champions. So no, it's basically, if you're taking path 7, you're going to be taking path 7 all the way. So bring the champions, ideal for that. Okay, so first champion we go with is against Venom the Duck. And I did mess up right there. I was like, what? This is not how I want to start this war. I think that was a 4-hit combo. As you can see it here, he's on his screen, 4 hits. He's got a special 2. It's difficult to evade sometimes if you haven't practiced a special 2 evade from him. For the most part, it's not, but I get clipped there at the end just to hit him, just to make sure we give him a 5-hit combo. Yeah, that's the reason why. But we did get to actually tune in, so that way we can kind of give ourselves more crits, more damage with Falcon, which kind of is the upside on that, because I held block the entire time, and I should have probably just held black for the whole special too. But yeah, I would try to go for the evade. Now here we go with a special 2 that was, and just basically this is an easy fight for the most part. There's nothing confusing or difficult about this fight, especially fighting Venom the Duck. I think this is what I personally found to be okay. I just kind of messed up on the right off the gate with the missing parry, and then with a missing special 2 evade on the end. So we do come out with the W. We don't get a KO on that fight, which is great because it's always good for me. Easy fight. We're gonna go into Gambit now. Gambit, I wasn't sure if there was something tricky about his placement here. I don't think so. I ended up going because I had the class disadvantage. One thing I didn't have on is my my suicides, which is bleed, which is ideal for Omega Red for the regen. But I said, you know what, it's okay. Let's just go into it, do a heavy just like that for the degen. And the idea was to get as many spores on him to just get as much damage as possible. The good thing is that as I was able basically to launch a special 2 if needed, since right off the gate, I'm not proccing the bleed, which is giving more spores to be able to get that up to 10 over 10. So one thing I do okay with is his special 1. His special 2 is okay to evade as well. It's pretty easy, but I didn't even try to push him to special 2, and that's it. This is another very easy, simple fight. So path 7, right off those 2 first fights, I think they're just probably some of the easiest fights that I've taken so far season 24. So one thing I've learned too, guys, is not to take fights that I'm not prepped for. So now that Havoc is out the way and Korg, we go and get a chance to fight Thing. Now this is one of the reasons I brought Falcon in. It was for this thing because I wanted to get a fight with them. Look at how easy, once you're locked in. One thing about Falcon is he prevents anything from Thing himself. So if you're having difficulties fighting Thing, I would say, hey, make sure you rank up your Falcon, bring him into AW, and it's gonna be easy. Anything, basically his power gain, not to worry about it. Like, he's fully immune to bleed, of course, but I didn't even have to worry. I just wanted to launch a special 1 just because I wanted to push him to special 2, really. Now the only time I thought it became a little tricky was right here. It was basically once the lock-in kind of ended. He's stacking up rocks. I'm in the corner, but I'm back locked in again, and we just launched a special 1 just to basically push him back, and that's it. I mean, like 48 hits, pretty simple, nothing complicated about this fight at all. Just kind of how I envisioned the fight in my head going when I was, bringing in Falcon versus Thing. So really easy fight. Really had a good time actually using this guy here on this node. I'm really liking Falcon a lot, so I'm glad I was able to rank him up to rank 3. This is the reason why, though, I chose Pat 7. So I have yet to meet up and go up against this Hulk. So this is my first time fighting Hulk. I expect the regen, I expect the unblockable. I didn't see any other Hulks in the map besides this one, and that's why I chose Path 7. So here we go. We're going up against this rank 5 Hulk. Actually interesting defender placement. I brought Falcon for him as well, so I figured he was going to be great for Thing and this Hulk. So here we go. Let's take a look at the fight. So first thing I want to do is kind of like, I should have just one thing, dueled against this guy. I do remember his special one. I know the special one was the easiest. I just completely forgot about the special 2. But here, let's take a look. Special 1, you don't have to like even do much. I was like, okay, I can easily do that as long as he cooperates with the special 1s and I don't parry him. But now I pushed him to special 2. So I'm looking at special 2, not knowing what to expect. Okay, now I remember the special 2, but I still want to keep him at special 1 because just in case of the power gain. The power gain and special 2 is you're flirting too much with that special 3. That's what I think. And it can cause you to basically get the guy all the way to special 3 and then die. So here we go, special 2. And this is where I want to go ahead and just pause the video for a second because I want to talk about the special 2. I didn't realize that it stunned you if it clipped you. I went for the evade because I thought I had the distance in the on it, and I didn't. Definitely not the smartest move when going for the evade on the special 2. I didn't realize it's stunned. So as you can see, I have 2 stuns currently going on, and most likely this is going to go through the entire fight. I don't want to ruin it for you. We'll see what happens, but this is why I should have dueled. I should have gone into, especially not, like I said earlier, me knowing that this was going to be the first time me fighting this guy. I've never met him in Alliance War before. This is the first time, and I picked this line specifically for that. I didn't know. I should have gone in there knowing exactly, what his special 1, what would proc if I became hit with it. Special 2. And that's one thing about Alliance War. As you get deeper in it, I think you get more involved. You get more familiar with the champions, which is a really good thing, which is kind of important for me. Gets to know the champions a little bit more. But let's jump back onto the fight and see what happens. So the stun is over, and we're still stunned, and he clips up. Basically, I had no life left there at the end. We were in the corner. I don't know if he was running assassin. I'm sure he probably was if they were placing smart. One of the guys had suicides on their one of the fights I did. I think it was a Gambit. So maybe they weren't truly 100% all the players, going all in on Alliance War. Maybe that guy didn't, kind of snuck him in. But here we go with Omega Red. I don't, again, just running with the boost that I had. I think I had boost going on here. I hope I did. That's another, oh my gosh, guys, that might be another mistake. So now we know, again, we're playing against that power flood, which is we got to be careful with. Special 2 is not very hard to evade. Now I know not to try to go and push back because I don't want to go through that stun again. So now I know just to basically try to get my distance and hold the block. Yeah, that's it. That's all you got to do. It's an easy champion fight, especially if you know what to expect. So here we go with let's go with the heavy. Just proc as much degen. Especially this is a perfect fight, I think, for Omega Red. Because of the power control that he has. So as you can see here, we had him at special 3. We launched our special 3 to power drain him. Plus the fact that Omega Red is causing degen. As long as you get your heavies in there, he's keeping his distance. He's still losing health. So I think overall, I think Omega Red is probably a good choice here. Power control champion probably be a good option as well if you have him in your roster. Now this is what I was waiting for. So his basically unblockable system, and I was really sketchy about that special 2 there. Waited for him to regen. Okay, now we're able to go and do a parry if we need to. He's getting a power gain, not a problem. So that's the only kind of second life that Hulk has that makes this fight, maybe that's what I was expecting it to be difficult. I wasn't expecting him to get to power 3 bars of power. I was not expecting that. What I was expecting him to become very difficult was here towards the end. So here we go again, pushed him to special 3, and this is why I was saying I think Omega Red should have been the best option to start off with. And then again, just hold your specials, maybe even bringing in suicides, because I'm holding my special 3s. So I don't know, lesson learned. Maybe next time we'll bring Omega first time go, which definitely makes me want to rank up my rank, 6-star Omega to rank 3. But he definitely needs a lot of 6. So can't sacrifice him right now at the moment. But here is another reason why we should focus on reading nodes a little bit more. Okay. So Human Torch against the Maw. He's been a pain to me lately, but I figured, you know what? I didn't think the parries would give him that much health. That much power. So here we block basically the first parts of the special 1, and we did mess up right out the gate. Messed up, got hit, no problems. So here we go. We launch our special 1, and I'm glad I'm not running suicides, because that's the idea here, is to be able to launch specials 1, 2, whatever the special is, as soon as I have it, and not have to worry about not only losing the some of the life that I'm getting lost here, but also suicide, the 5%. So one thing here, I'm actually glad, just to point it out, I'm glad that I took them off. And one of the reasons you'll see here shortly is why I'm glad I took suicides off. It would have cost us another death, and it would have cost me revives and health pods and all kinds of other resources just by not removing suicide. So I'm glad I did. Here we go. We basically got intercepted there. Mistakes were made. I launched a special 2 just out of like just to get to my regen back, and then I'm like, dude, I'm just gonna keep attacking into him. And I'm glad I was doing some damage there. Oh my gosh, guys, I got extremely lucky. Human Torch, wow, clutched it there at the end. Super clutch. I can't believe I got that win, but hey, whatever it takes. I think I was at like 4%. I don't even know. Very low health. It was crazy. This war, it was pretty intense fights on path 7 towards the second section of it. This is gonna be my final fight, because after this it's basically nighttime for me, and I pretty much call it, that's it. Like, by the time that I make it, everybody makes it to the boss island, I'm kind of waking up. But I figured I had the best champions here for this fight. So here we go. Omega Red again, still not running suicides, kept them off. So I kind of go into it. I know I can just basically do as much damage. I know the power gain is there, which is, I'm kind of hoping that's going to help me for getting him to special 2. That's my idea. That's my mindset is like, hey, if we can get him to special 2, and then just kind of like, hopefully he doesn't kind of turtle up and just not launch it, because if he doesn't, then I'm pretty much dead. So the idea is to get him to special 2 at all times. So here we go. He's cooperating very well. Keep in mind, this is a Nick Fury rank 3. So he's got a lot of health, a lot of attack. And he's cooperating. He's doing good. He's launching his special 2s. We're able to push him back, so the fight's going very smooth. Overall, I wouldn't say it's an easy fight. I think it's kind of how you react with the champion. So here we go. We pushed him to special 3. This is where it gets super sketchy, and I get lucky again. That's the heavy that I got lucky. There was a delay, like a 2-second delay, where he could have launched a special 3. But again, remember, keep in mind, Omega Red has that power control. That's why I love this champion, guys. I've said it before, he's one of my favorite champions. But here we drained him, and guess what? Launches a special 2. So that would have been the special 3 with the Fury, the true Fury, Nick Fury up. We would have been probably KO, guaranteed. And hey, we proc bleed because we needed a little bit of regen for possibly next fight. Yeah, we just want to get 2 bleeds on us. No, dude, guys, I was screwing up left and right, all over the place when it comes to this fight. So overall, though, this is the final fight. We did end the fight with a full points, so which is I'm really happy for it. But guys, the video is coming to an end. I'm not adding anything else, so I definitely hope you guys enjoy my footage. A lot of mistakes are being made, but I'm happy to share them, because I don't know, again, this is me going back to war. Kind of interesting to see my footage and my fights. As I'm barely coming out alive. But guys, hope you guys enjoy. Definitely drop a like, and just stay tuned for more footage. There you go, Special 3 again. Golly, couldn't get a break this war. Everybody's getting pushed to Special 3. Oh my god. I gotta get better at this somehow. Hopefully season 25 comes, maybe season 30.